Good afternoon, everybody. Today, we will explore an intriguing question. Can the six realms of existence, or Rokudo, explain human behavior in Japan today? The Rokudo is more than just a religious concept. Moreover, it's a framework that has shaped Japan's social norms, ethics, and cultural expressions for centuries. But does it still influence modern Japan, or has it faded into mythology? In this presentation, I will guide you through an exploration of how Rokudo has historically influenced Japanese society, literature, and modern ethics, and whether it still plays a role today. Throughout this discussion, I want you to think about this kind of important question. If karma determined your next life, where would you be reborn? To begin, let's establish what the six realms of existence, or also known as Rokudo, actually are. In Buddhist cosmology, all living beings are trapped in an endless cycle of death and rebirth, or samsara, dictated by their karma. These beings can be reborn into six different realms, each representing a different kind of suffering or enlightenment. Let's start with the first realm, the realm of gods. This is a realm of bliss and pleasure, where beings live in luxury. However, it's not a permanent paradise. Beings here eventually fall to a lower realm once their karma runs out. Next is the human realm. This is the only realm where enlightenment is possible. Here, beings experience both joy and suffering, making it the best realm for achieving spiritual growth. The third realm is the Asura realm, and it's full of jealousy and conflict. The beings or people here are powerful, but always locked in battle and are unable to find peace. The fourth realm is the animal realm, and it's governed by instinct and survival. And the beings here lack the ability to reason or reflect, living only to satisfy their basic needs. Next is the hungry ghost realm, also known as the Gaki realm. And over here, beings are tormented by their desires and they can never fulfill them. And the last realm is the hell realm, which is a place of immense suffering where beings experience excruciating torment for their negative karma. So, while many view these realms as literal places of rebirth, they can also be understood as states of mind or conditions in daily life. A person consumed by greed might be living in the hungry ghost realm, while someone who constantly engages in conflict might be in the Asura realm. Beyond religious belief, Rokudo can be understood as understood as a psychological model for human behavior. Think about it this way. A successful entrepreneur obsessed with status might embody the Deva realm, living in comfort but fearing their eventual downfall. On the other hand, a corporate executive thriving on power may reflect the Asura realm, constantly in conflict but never satisfied as he wants to climb the corporate ladder. Someone struggling with addiction might be trapped in the hungry ghost realm, always craving but never really fulfilled. And the human realm is unique because it allows for self-reflection and transformation, making it the most desirable realm. In this way, Rokudo serves as a lens to understand how individuals behave based on their desires, struggles, and ambitions. In medieval Japan, Rokudo was more than a religious idea. It was a fundamental part of moral and social life. In the Ryoiki, a collection of Buddhist stories compiled by the monk Kyokai, illustrates the consequences of karma through supernatural tales. Many stories depict individuals reborn into different realms based on their past deeds. For example, one tale tells of a wealthy man who hoarded his riches and refused to help others. After his death, he was reborn as a hungry ghost, forever starving but never able to eat. These kinds of stories were used to teach moral lessons and reinforce Buddhist ethics. No theater also integrated these ideas, often featuring spirits trapped in karmic cycles, requiring Buddhist intervention to achieve salvation. Even samurai adhered to Buddhist principles. Many feared that their violent actions would lead them to be reborn in the asura or hell realms, and some took religious vows later in life to cleanse their karma. Through literature, theater, and religious teachings, Rokudo shaped Japan's ethical framework for centuries. Even in today's modern Japan, traces of Rokudo remain embedded in culture and society. For example, Japanese business culture reflects aspects of Rokudo. Employees who overwork themselves to exhaustion could be likened to those in Asura or Hell realms, driven by ambition or suffering, as mentioned before. Social harmony, which is actually central to Japanese society, aligns with the Buddhist ethics. The pressure to conform and avoid selfish behavior reflects ideas of karma and collective responsibility. Funeral practices also continue to reflect Rokudo beliefs. Families perform Buddhist rituals to ensure that deceased loved ones achieve a favorable rebirth. So while fewer people today believe in literal reincarnation, the ethical structure of Rokudo still influences Japanese behavior, governance, and traditions. So Rokudo is not just a historical or religious idea. It actually appears quite frequently in modern Japanese media. Animes such as Spirited Away and Naruto incorporate themes of karmic cycles and spiritual transformation. The character No Face in Spirited Away embodies the hungry ghost, endlessly consuming but never really satisfied. In Attack of Titan, the endless cycle of violence and revenge resembles the Asura realm, where beings are trapped in an unending struggle. Many video games and films incorporated Buddhist ideas of karma, illustrating how our actions have consequences. By adapting these ancient themes, modern storytelling keeps Rokudo relevant for new generations. So, can Rokudo explain human behavior in Japan today? I would say that the answer is both yes and no. While belief in literal rebirth has declined, the moral and ethical framework of Rokudo continues to shape Japanese culture. Concepts of karma, attachment, and suffering still influence how people navigate through life. Popular culture reinterprets these names, demonstrating that Rokudo remains a valuable tool for understanding human nature. This brings us back to our initial question. Do these realms represent human archetypes rather than literal destinations? And if karma determined your next life, where would you be reborn? Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed. And lastly, here are my citations. Thank you.